everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these festive penguin and snowman cupcakes. Okay, so obviously for this you'll need some cupcakes. So I actually have two recipes on my channel for cupcakes. There's a vanilla recipe and a chocolate recipe, and I'll leave both those linked down below. And then you'll need some fondant in a variety of colours. And as you can see, the colours we will be needing are white, red, green, orange and black. And I'll actually leave the weight of the amount of how much of each colour you need listed down below. The last thing you'll need is just a small amount of buttercream to spread on top of each cupcake so that the fondant has something to stick to. And these clips are actually from my buttercream tutorial, which I've already posted, which you can now check out. But you'll want to quarter the recipe for the amount we'll be using for these cupcakes. Okay, let's get started. So first thing you want to do is grab your cupcakes, and we're just going to level them off because some cupcakes bake with a bit of a dome. So if you just take a serrated knife and cut the tops off so we have a nice flat base to work with. And then just take a small amount of your buttercream and spread it over the top of the cupcake so that your fondant has something to stick to. And just do that to each of your 6 cupcakes. Okay, now it's time to get started on the red snowman design. Okay, so first thing you'll need is one of your 50-gram balls of white fondant, a 6cm circle cutter and a rolling pin. Then roll this out fairly thin, you don't want it to be too heavy on top of the cupcake, maybe about 5mm thick, and then cut it out and peel away the excess. And then we can place it on top of our cupcake which we prepared earlier, and then we can start making it look like a snowman. Okay, so our snowman needs a hat, so I've actually got this knitted mould which you should be able to buy from any sort of cake decorating shop. And I've just rolled out the red fondant onto that to impress it into the design. And then you want to take your same circle cutter and cut out a circle of that. And then you want to take your knife and cut it roughly just above the halfway line, kind of like a third of the circle, so you have a nice amount to cover the snowman's head. And then you want to take your excess of the fondant that you cut away from and cut a small strip of red, which will be the sort of rolled over part of the hat. And then you want to place this strip of fondant at the base of the hat and just press it on gently and then cut away the excess. Then to finish the hat off, it obviously needs a little bobble because it's a bobble hat. So we're just going to get a small ball of our red, and then I rolled it over the mat just to give it a bit of texture and pressed it onto the top. Okay, so next we're going to be giving our snowman some eyes, and for this I actually used a ball tool, but you could probably use a cocktail stick as well if that's all you have, and just try to space them evenly apart. And then I've got 2 very small balls of black, which I'm just going to press into the little holes that we've created. And then we're going to take my ball tool again and just press them in so they're nice and securely in the holes. And I actually made one of the holes a little bit too deep, so I then just took an extra bit of black and just filled in the hole until it reached the top. And then obviously our snowman is not complete without a nose, so I've just got a small ball of orange which I'm shaping into a carrot shape by just rolling the top of it between my fingers to thin it down. And then I just place it in the middle of his face so he has a nice nose. And I pressed it down firmly. You could also use a bit of water if you needed it to stick a bit more. And then I'm just taking this little tool, which I believe is called a sharper tool. Now I'm not entirely sure of the names of all these tools, I did have to do a little search, but most modelling tool sets should have one of these. It's just a kind of pointed curved tool, which is good for creating smiles, but you could probably also do this with a cocktail stick. Now you could leave it like this, but I actually had some pink edible luster dust, which I just kind of brushed onto the cheeks of the snowman to give him a bit of a blushed appearance. So there we go, that is our finished snowman. So now you just want to repeat the process all over again with the green so that he has a matching friend. Okay, so next up is our penguin design. Okay, so like with the snowman, you'll need one of your 50-gram balls of white fondant and just roll that out and cut out with the same cutter. Then just place that on top of your prepared cupcake and press it down lightly. And then you want around 50 grams of your black, or you can even do grey fondant for this penguin's face if you'd like. And you just want to roll that out and cut out with the same cutter again. Then I'm just going to use this medium heart cutter to cut out the middle of the face so that you have some of the white revealing through. Then just remove the cutout and place on top of the white fondant and press down so it sticks together. Then obviously our penguin needs a beak, so I've just got a small ball of orange which I'm just going to shape into a triangular shape by pressing the base so it's got a flat edge and then pinching the top so it's a bit more triangular. you could leave it like this, but to add a bit more detail, I've just taken a small knife and I'm just going to cut it in half from the pointy end down, and then separating it so it looks like his mouth's a bit open like a beak. And then I'm just taking this flat modelling tool and pressing it down into the white fondant. Then I'm just taking the same ball tool that I used for the snowman, and I'm just going to give him some little eyes. And then again, I've just got 2 small balls of fondant which I'm just going to pop in the holes that I've made, and then press them in with my modelling tool. Now he should start to look like a penguin at this point, and just to make it match the other cupcakes, we're going to give him some red ear muffs so that they complement the snowman's hat. And to make these, you just want to roll out your red fondant into a small little sausage shape until it's nice and thin enough to go on top of the cupcake, and the right sort of length that wraps around his head. So if you just want to roll it out and then measure against the cupcake like so, and then cut away any excess until it's the right size. Then you just want to roll out 2 little balls to be the little muffs of the ear muffs, and press those on gently. Now you can leave it like this, but I actually decided to add some little feet to my penguin, so I just took another bit of my orange and I flattened it out, and I've got a little heart cutter to cut out these tiny little feet. But if you don't have a heart cutter, you could just shape it in the similar way you shaped the beak, and then just press it on for the feet. Okay, so that is the finished penguin. So then you just want to repeat the process all over again, but with the green fondant instead for the ear muffs, and then you'll have your complete snowman and penguins. Then to finish off this collection of cupcakes, I'm just going to show you how to make 2 little festive marbled cupcake toppers to go on top of the remaining cupcakes. And here are the 2 fondant marble designs we're going to be creating, and I've just embossed them with 2 different embosses. One says Merry Christmas and one says From Santa, and you can obviously buy any sort of Christmassy fondant emboss that you like. There's a whole range out there, so just have a little browse. Okay, so then you want to grab one of your 50-gram balls of white and some of your remaining red and green from earlier, then just roll them into sausage shapes and then start to twist them together like so. And just keep twisting it until you're happy with how marbled the colours are together, but you don't really want to knead it together, so be careful not to knead it because that would blend the colours too much. And then you just want to press it into a ball so that you can begin to flatten it out with your rolling pin. And as you can see, as you roll it out, the colours start to sort of marble and blend together nicely. And then just take the cutter that we've been using all along and just cut out the area of the marble that you like most. And then just grab your embosser of choice, so this is my From Santa one, and press it in evenly. Then just pop it on top of your cupcake. Now you could leave it like this, but as a special touch I decided to mix together some edible gold luster dust with some rejuvenated spirit, or you could use lemon juice or vodka even, and it just forms a little paint that you can then paint into the embossed parts of the fondant. So then for your last topper, you just want to do the same process all over again with your remaining fondant, just marbling it together and rolling it out. You'll have a very similar sort of design, but obviously each one will be unique. And then just paint it gold like we did with the previous one, and then your cupcakes will be finished. Okay, so here are the finished Christmassy cupcakes. Now these are honestly so much fun to make, and they also make the perfect gift for this time of year. Now if you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll be back next time with another video. Thanks for watching, bye!